Okay, Wales have managed to win the Grand Slam. They beat Ireland 25 points to 7 with the roof open, which was an insane decision by the Irish to decide to have the roof open. The weather conditions were not the right conditions to have that roof open. But let's have a look at the game, because it was very entertaining and the passion was clearly there, but the weather conditions made sure it was a scrappy affair. There was no real flow to the game. And I think that possibly suited the Welsh because the Irish set play could not perform. But the first try comes off Welsh pressure and the Welsh having the ball and recycling quickly and taking advantage of an advantage. Park's try from Anscombe's chip. Now, it was a penalty advantage. It's not a play to nothing. This is a deliberate play between these two players. They've known each other for years. They used to play New Zealand together in Super Rugby. Anscombe has seen the Irish line shoot up. He knows they have the advantage, but a deft chip over with the catch by Parks. The wet grass he can just slide over. That's after a minute. It's the second time this tournament that Ireland have conceded in the first couple of minutes. The game against England, for example, being the other one at the beginning of the tournament. So Ireland bookend the tournament with a poor first game against England and a poor last game against Wales. Anscombe then gets 3 penalties on 17, 35 and 40 minutes. And that is half time. Oh yeah. Ireland score no points in the first half, and it's 16-0. Now, this first half is chaotic. It's all over the place. There's no structure for either side. There's a lot of turnover, a lot of knock-ons. Both sides giving away more penalties than they have done at any other point in this Six Nations tournament. That's throughout the game. Penalty counts high. Weather conditions again. Wales played the weather conditions better, but at the same time, Wales didn't have to be perfect to win this game. Ireland were that bad. Ireland were terrible. The Sexton and Conor Murray didn't play well. That put the rest of their backline under pressure because they're not playing well. And players taking the ball standing still too flat, no pace on the ball. Ireland never looked set for this game. They never looked focused. They never looked up for it. The emotional battle was won by Wales. But the scrappiness of the game continues after half-time. Yes, Anscombe does get 3 more penalties. And this was his best performance in a Welsh shirt. Best performance in a Welsh shirt. There are some injury concerns for both sides coming out of this game, but the 3 penalties in 48, 53 and 69 minutes, the game was won in that first penalty. That first penalty, Anscombe slots after half-time. The game is over. It's 19-0. There's only been, I think, several comebacks of more than 19 points to nil by a Tier 1 nation against a Tier 1 nation. There aren't many. There are few and far between. Ireland start playing after the third Anscombe penalty. It's too little too late. The changes with Sexton going off for Carty, too late. Sexton, I think, should have gone off at half-time. Carty should have come on, had a good run out. Larmour came on too late. He possibly should have started. So Joe Schmidt has to take some responsibility for his team selection, and then the players and substitutions being fed in. Some of those subs could have come earlier, and some players should have started who were on the bench. That's my personal opinion. Wales didn't have to play well, as I said. In the second half, it was mostly played in the middle third of the field, much like the first half as well. It's just when Wales got down the Irish end, they took their penalties. When Ireland got down the Welsh end, they decided to kick for the corner, and the weather conditions were not conducive to set play. Ireland played the conditions badly as well. However, finally, Larmour does get his try, and Carty does his conversion. Now, Larmour is a young player that I'm I'm a big fan of. It's good to see him get some game time. He should have come on earlier. There is no doubt in my mind he should have been on the field at half-time, if not starting the game. Stockdale had some flashes, but at the same time, when you're not controlling the ball, when you're not winning the contact area, when you're not looking after the ball, when you're knocking on, when you're giving away penalties, and both sides were guilty of this, just Wales played better. When you're allowing the emotion and the frustration to get to you, Ireland did that. It's harder to win, and Wales fully deserved to win. They deserve to win, possibly by more. I'm actually surprised there are only 2 tries in this game. But on the side note, Wales have won the Grand Slam with no bonus points, which means they have never scored more than 3 tries a game. And on that note, they haven't scored a try in both halves of a game either. They either score a try after halftime or tries before halftime. They have not scored a try in both halves. So they are still a 40, 50, 60-minute team. They are still that. They still can't put a full 80 minutes together, but when they do get the ball, they're more ruthless with it. This is why they keep winning. Not because they're playing well. It's because when they get the opportunity to get penalties or get tries, they generally take them. And Ireland, admittedly, players aren't fully fit. There's some players out. There are some players off form. Depth has been tested. Some of the squad are injured. But that's no excuse for not getting basics right. And two issues lie with Ireland. One, they wanted the roof open today, which was suicide. If you want to play a running game, which Ireland do have some good outside backs, their strengths were taken away from them because the roof's being open and the horrendous weather. And two, they allowed the emotion of the occasion, whereby if they win the game, they give themselves an opportunity to retain the title. They did not win the first contact. So Wales deserved to win. Simple. It wasn't a pretty game to watch, but the intensity was there and the passion was there. But it was a very scrappy game. But you can't deny Wales had better control, played the conditions better, although they didn't play it perfectly either. And Ireland missing opportunities to kick for goal when they went for the corner, knowing that the conditions were not conducive for set play. Take the points when they are on offer, especially when you've got a goal kicker like Sexton on the field. You're not playing to his strengths then, where you know he can slot penalties at over 85% accuracy. So there we go. Wales deserve to win, but they win the Grand Slam with no bonus points. And they didn't score more than 3 tries per game in doing so. So there we go. Thank you very much for watching. Of course, now we've got the Calcutta Cup match between England and Scotland. I think that game should have been now, and the Wales-Ireland game should have been the last game of the day. Build some momentum towards the Grand Slam decider. But the schedulers and the fixture list has gone this way, so we have to make do, and we have to make do with England and Scotland at Twickenham, where Scotland have not won since 1983. So England are favourites to beat a weakened Scotland side, and we never know. That could be the most entertaining game of the lot, but for now, thank you very much, and I'll have some more videos for you soon. Please like and subscribe, place your thoughts below, and I'll do a full review on the Six Nations in the week. I've also got to do a full review on the NRL Round 1 in the week as well. It's mad. I've got to watch a lot of rugby in the next 48 hours, and of both codes, my brain's going to explode, and some football as well. So thank you very much for watching, and I shall see you soon.